So reconcile. What does reconcile mean? Reconcile means enemies becoming friends. Okay, to be reconciled, it means all the hostility that once characterised the relationship is now over. So remember all of those examples of relationships that are estranged, in the playground or the neighbours or in families. To be reconciled would be those relationships restored. Where there was once tension, there's now peace. Where there was once avoidance, there's now fellowship. Or where there was once hurt and anger, there is now forgiveness. That's what it means to be reconciled. And what this verse is saying is that Jesus brings that kind of change to our relationship with God. And if Jesus has done that for you, there's no need to be anxious about where you stand with God now. Because if Jesus has done this for you, you are now reconciled to him. Reconciled. Now, how does he do it? Well, if you look at the verse again, it says he is reconciled in his body of flesh by his death. And so the key to being reconciled with God is what Jesus did in his death. So how does Jesus' death reconcile us to God? That's the big question of Christianity. How does it work? Well, you've just got to work backwards. See, we were alienated from God because of what? Because of our sin. So how can we be reconciled to God? Well, something has to be done about our sin. Our sin needs to be taken away. Because if it's still there, it's going to keep alienating us from God. And yet this verse is saying that when Jesus died, his death takes away our sin so that where there was once alienation, there is now reconciliation. And so if you read the Bible from cover to cover, one of the very first things you learn in the Bible is that the reason there's death, the punishment for sin is death. So when Jesus went to the cross to die, why is he dying? He's being punished for sin. But whose sin? Not his own, because he didn't have any. He's been punished for our sin. And when he gets that punishment, then that sin is then taken away from us.